Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to take a look at some present day warning. This is a show that they just played at the Hollywood Bowl on May 14, which was Wednesday. We just recently actually looked at Burnout from the show before that in Phoenix at the Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater. This one is at the iconic Hollywood Bowl, a great venue just to have on your resume as having played. So many acts have played there. I mean, the Beatles played there, for Pete's sake. You know, it's a big deal. And they, of course, were opening for Halsey on a set that included 3 separate bands. They were the opening band. I know some fans are a little disappointed with that. You know, the sets have been pretty short. But as far as I'm concerned, it's great exposure to new audiences. And I'm just glad they're out there doing it. I realize it's not like the February shows where it was all about them and nice long set lists and extended outros and intros and everything, but it just doesn't matter. They're getting out there, they're making their inroads into the USA, and I like to see that. So we're going to look at Automatic Sun today. All right. I found 2 separate sources. One was pretty good, actually very good video, and the other was reasonably good audio. We can hear pretty well what's going on. Haven't seen Automatic Sun in a little while. And kind of by choice, because we knew that it was going to show up a lot. Adrian, any thoughts on this before we start?
Well, I'm just looking forward to seeing this from just a couple nights ago.
That's right. I know some fans had mentioned, gee, there weren't very many people in the venue at that point. Well, let me tell you, when you're in the opening act, it's not just who actually sees you during your slot. It's also the fact that you've been promoted along with the bigger act for weeks, months, whatever. You've maybe gotten written up along with Halsey. Halsey's a pretty big act. It's still a good opportunity. I mean, could be that LA media outlets covered the show to some degree and gave them a mention. So it's not bad. You know, it's not bad to be out there and supporting other bands that have bigger audiences. And of course, when you're the opening act, you're not going to have a lot of people there that are there just for you. Because, I mean, concerts are expensive, you know, But I did want to check this out. I wanted to check in and see how things are going for them. Adrian, any thoughts ahead before we start?
I'm just psyched to see the latest.
Yeah, as of this moment, it is their latest show. So let's go ahead and check this out, give our thoughts, and we'll discuss afterwards.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Now, before we go, we have a few important questions for you all. First up is, are you guys ready for Evanescence? And are you ready for Halsey? Oh no, I want them to hear you all the way backstage. Are you guys ready for Halsey? Let's go, LA. Thank you so much once again, We Are the Warning. And we'll see you next time, alright? Thank you. Freedom, but so
Okay, so here's Danny's guitar. All right, this is a white Stratocaster. And in fact, take a look. It's got exactly one knob on it. Likely the volume, and then a 3-position switch, I would guess. Maybe it's a 5-position.
What's really interesting about this Stratocaster, too, it's got double coil pickups. They usually have single coil. Matter of fact, they almost strictly have single coil.
Well, this must be a custom-made guitar because, the one knob is also not a standard feature. They do that on purpose. Most Strats have 2 knobs at least. You'll also have a tone knob. So, yeah, maybe it was a special request by Danny. There's no telling. I also notice that the headstock on this thing, I can't tell for sure, but I think it's the bigger variety. At one point, I took a look at Robin Trower playing with Stratocasters. He had one that had a bigger headstock than usual. And apparently this was because Fender decided that so many people were playing their guitars on TV, but you couldn't see the logo. So they made it bigger so that you could see the Fender logo. And apparently it also has the effect of creating a little extra resonance, for the guitar. So win-win.
Picture quality is something else in this video, too.
Yeah. I saw this video and said, you know what? I've got to feature this one because it's so crisp and clear. Somebody's up pretty close to the front. And he gets the camera around. It'd be nice if he got around a little more, but honestly, he did a pretty good job. Could see everybody. We saw Louise and Rudy lurking in the background behind Ali. We saw Moni, saw other, members of the crew. It was a nice, clear picture. It's always really cool to get something that looks this good. Now, the original audio wasn't so good, so because he's so close, So I grabbed audio from a camera that was further back. And that always does the trick. If you're further back in the venue, you can usually get better sound. Look for the soundboard. If you want to try to get really good sound for a video at a show, go near the soundboard. Just hang out there. You're likely to get pretty good sound. Anyway, it was great to see them doing their thing. It's funny, we've been watching that show from 2018 at the Hell in Heaven Festival, and to see full-grown Ali now up against, the smaller version of Ali, version 2 or version 3, whatever you want to call it. But it's fun. It's fun.
Version 2, yep. Version 3.
Yeah.
Version 3.
There you go. Yep. So great seeing her do her thing up there. Anyway, fantastic. Great to see them up there. Great to see them healthy,
Oh, yeah.
Always. Yeah, it's always a bonus once you're into a tour. It's okay, good. They're still healthy. All is good. Yeah, they're taking all kinds of really wise steps to keep themselves as healthy as possible during tours. They have somebody now on the team that actually works as a coach and a chef. Make sure that they eat well, make sure that they take advantage of downtime, to maybe go for a run or do something athletic, and also have the time to meditate and relax whenever they can and decompress and just try to keep a decent balance while you're on tour doing what is a very unnatural thing, being on tour, sleeping at night in a bumpy bus, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that would be pretty important for touring to have somebody, not only as a coach, but as a chef.
Yeah.
That's pretty thoughtful.
I think it was a stroke of brilliance, a really good one. All bands could learn from that. Anybody that doesn't do that, I don't care if you're young or old, it doesn't matter. It's still a good move. Okay. Well, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this clip? Let us know if you were at the show. Let us know what the response was like, because we can see it a little bit in here, but could always use personal experience to help balance out what we see in the videos. So let us know. If you have other suggestions for us, particularly on this tour, let us know below. Okay, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe, all right? Thanks so much for joining us on this. By the way, we have a second channel now, Modern Rock Talk, where we put interview reviews. There's lots and lots of Warning content going through the years, including this year. I've just started looking at one interview with Rudy by Javier Paniagua. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Again, thanks for being with us today here, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, take care, folks.
See you all later.